Hello and welcome to the Bonsai Garden. And I thought that today I might regale you of a little story, a cautionary tale if you like, about the dangers of window cleaners and bonsai. You see, probably about a year ago, with the number of trees accumulating in the garden here, and also with the koi in the koi pond, we decided it might be prudent to put a lock on the side gate and also put some security cameras at the front and also in the garden. So we did that, but it caused a problem in that we had a traditional window cleaner and he would let himself into the garden, clean the windows and do all the stuff that a typical window cleaner would do. But obviously if we were to put a lock on the garden gate, that meant he wouldn't have access anymore. So we decided to buy ourselves one of those poles for cleaning windows and do that ourselves. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but we soon got fed up of that idea. So after several months, we decided to find a new window cleaner, and we found one who we could deal with online. He would send a text to say when he was going to be available and when we needed to unlock the gate, and we've been doing that for the past couple of months now. The only problem is that he tends to be a little bit clumsy. So he has one of those poles that has a brush on the end and is fed from his little van by a little water pipe and a pump. So he cleans the windows and he's wafting this brush around, and when he's in proximity to the bonsai benches, it's a little bit precarious. So after one of his visits, I came out and found that in fact one of my prize trees, my lovely little corkscrew Discourageur that I got from Greenwood Bonsai, had been knocked over on the bench. So I was determined from that point onwards that before he came to visit, I would need to just pop out and move any trees that might be in danger of getting knocked over. So a couple of months go by and I was working from home the last time he visited, and after he'd been and done his job cleaning the windows, there was a knock at the door. So I went to answer and he was a little bit apologetic. Said, "Oh, I'm very sorry, I've just knocked over one of your little plant pots," which filled me with a bit of dread at the thought of which particular tree he may have damaged. And discovered that in fact it was this, my dawn redwood, in a green ceramic pot, which I believe I probably bought for about £16 from eBay. So fortunately not a lot of damage done, and I can repot that into something similar. So you might well be wondering why I'm blethering on and what is the point of this story. Apart from the obvious dangers of having clumsy tradesmen in your garden around your bonsai trees, the main reason of this video is this. I'm just working through my Christmas list. I'm ready to just ignore the mess just to the side of me here. There's I can't say too much about that. Anyway, the purpose of this video is an unboxing. So clearly when my pot got broken, it was an excuse to go online and find a new pot. I've recently found that Etsy is a great place to look to find pots. It's perhaps not the first place that people will think of, but once you have a look through there for bonsai pots, there's some really nice pots. Certainly some that I've got my eye on. In fact, the pot that I gave away as a prize for my 1000 subscriber draw, that came from Etsy. There are some lovely red river clay Chinese pots on there which I've got my eye on. And also there is this. So let's get to it and have a look and see what we've got. So this pot came from Turn Ceramics. He's not somebody that I've dealt with before. I think I possibly may have seen him or seen his pots on a stand at a show. But let's have a look, see what we've got. So as you would expect, It's very well packaged. Business card. And the guy has some really fantastic looking bonsai pots on Etsy, and I would be very surprised if I'm not back very shortly to buy another one. And that's if the jolly man in red doesn't bring me one for Christmas. So really nicely protected, wrapped up in bubble wrap. So the majority of this video may well just be me trying to cut through the bubble wrap. Sorry about me being dressed up like a polar bear in the intro. It is early December now, and it is getting cooler. Although I am a tough northerner. In fact, if this was Game of Thrones, Sean Bean would live across the road calling everybody a bastard. So, lots of layers of bubble wrap. Certainly determined that the thing got to me in one piece. And we're finally getting there. So we're down to the last couple of layers of bubble wrap. And ready for the reveal. And here we go. It's a lovely hexagonal drum pot with studded detail. And although I initially had thought that I would put my dawn redwood in this, I've decided that in fact I'm going to put my Buddhist pine into here. It's a tree that I haven't repotted since I bought it about two and a half years ago from the Japanese garden at Morgan near Newquay. So that tree is definitely due an upgrade. It's currently in a bit of a cheap, nasty white ceramic pot, so it will look lovely with this. The colour will definitely complement the bark. And I'll just show you that tree in a moment and give you another close-up of the pot. So here is the pot in all its glory, in daylight, better lighting. You can see the details of the nails or the studs in there, and it's got a really lovely colour to it, particularly around these stud details. And here's the Buddhist pine tree, which I'm intending to put into there. That's currently in a white ceramic pot, but I think it'll look fantastic in this studded drum pot. And I can probably repurpose that white ceramic pot to put my dawn redwood in until I find something else more suited. Buddhist pines are a bit temperamental about having their roots disturbed, so I will be doing that repot in spring, which will probably be the optimum time for it. And I'm looking forward to doing that work. If you keep watching the channel, if you subscribe, you may well see that video. So thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.